I swear, every popular YouTuber nowadays is just, is Deepwoken doomed? Would this update save Deepwoken? And it's driving me like literally insane because honestly, they're completely right, but not giving the right reasons for it at all. I mean, no offense, but a lot of Aka's and NVR's videos now are just how the game fell off and how the devs could potentially save it, but they just won't because I don't even know. But if I'm being honest, with this new update, that's just not happening. I mean, okay, let's go into a little bit more depth on why this game's genuinely falling off, but everyone's still sticking to it, because the game is getting worse and worse, but they're not really losing that many players. Okay, real quick, let's talk about legendary weapons. New legendary weapon. Yashli Pile New legendary weapon. Wraithclaw. New legendary weapon. Curious Winter. New legendary weapon. Please Ghost Inferno. New legendary weapon. Imperial Staff. New legendary weapon. Thief Spindle. New legendary weapon. Bolt Crusher. New legendary weapon. Salthorn. Two of these weapons actually feel like legendaries. Bolt Crusher and the Pirate Keeper. And the Bolt Crusher is honestly debatable. Here's why. Every single weapon has its own unique critical now. Shatter Katana, Kanabo, those will go on for a while. And it really removes the fun concept of legendaries, which is kind of unfortunate because most of those legendary weapons don't even do anything now. Like for example, the Deep Spindle doesn't even do anything shadow related, excluding its critical, which is kind of lame because all the legendaries are supposed to have their own unique built-in talent, and they don't really have that anymore. And they're getting way too easy to get now, if I'm being 100% honest. Like Maestro, um, they're coming up with all these new insane diluvian tactics, and it's just too easy to get every single weapon in the game now. And they're not even that good because they're not enchantable. Just get a weapon with unique critical that is enchantable and enchant it. That's so much better than the legendaries that we're getting now, and we're getting so many of them for no reason because it's not even that good. None of them are that special. Okay, let's talk about the Silent Heart and Jet Striker reworks. They're the most abysmal garbage I have ever seen, and that's crazy to say after all the reworks that have happened in this game. I'm being completely honest. Silent Heart sucked then, and it sucks now. It's a bit controversial because some people love the rework and some people hate it. But being honest, it does not live up to the potential that it was intended to. At the start, it was a magnificent concept. You could counter the most garbage mage builds out there by using a weapon as your counter. You want to know what happened? It turned into a damage stacking multiplier oath. The common Silent Heart was Heretic Sutra, Piercing Will, Ardor Scream, Max Pen, All the Dead Gods, Speed Demon, Lose Your Mind, Berserk, the list goes on. That was literally every single Silent Heart build. It was basically just apply as many effects to your opponent as possible. Then the Oath gave Dread Stacks, which is more damage and more monster resistance. Then you get Silence, so they can't even use mantras. Now, it's basically being given a mantra, a great talent to swap weapons. Not gonna lie, that's genius. But they removed Dread Stacks and Manikati. Manikati was never a problem, but they removed the only iframes that Silent Heart had, which was Manikati. If I was the chef here, I would remove Static Fake Out and give it to Silent Hearts, but only on mantra parries. And some stack that you can build up, kind of like Dread Stacks, but you can only use it, like you proc it kind of like Berserk, only for a short period of time, but for a very high amount, kind of like a counter to absorb all attacks, like mantra attacks. Anyways, the Silent Heart concept was amazing, but when Silent Hearts could still use Bell, Ardor, and Vent, it kind of ruined the concept of denying the song, which was the whole point of Silent Heart. And the rework wasn't a whole lot better. And as for Jet Striker, it's the exact opposite of what happened to Silent Heart. It was super bad, then basically nothing happened to it besides a really good mantra. Also, someone tell me why the Mobility Oath is given 5 health. Only Oathless Dark Kindred and Silent Heart have ever been given health, and they're designed around needing HP. But the Mobility Oath has HP built into it. Anyways, let's talk about Jet Kick. Jet Kick is literally just the new Radiant Kick. Very similar qualities, but it does way too much damage for its own good. Like, as a Mobility Oath, a Mobility Mantra moveset would be kind of nice, or at least low damaging. But it does way too much damage. It's so much better. That was not a rework, it was just a straight up buff. Because people said they wanted a rework of it, like, it should be less used to run away and more for in-combat scenarios. That's not what we got. Like, the running capabilities are still the exact same, they just added to it. That's not a rework, that's a buff. Also, I'm gonna be 100% out front here. Progression is getting so easy. I'm just gonna say it, double XP weekend is almost every weekend, so grinding Moon's Eye Tomes and Cinder Ashes from Diluvian are literally free. So making builds are so light work now, it's not even funny. Ignition Union Origin mixed with Maverick makes like a 90-minute progression. Then get an HP kit, do a quick floor 2, and then boom, you have everything you need in about 2.5 hours. You got Bell, pop a Center Dash if you want to. If you don't get the Bell you want, let's do some idols. And you can just use as many idols as you want because, well, now you can't even get tarnished with the new Echo modifier, so you can just spam idols. So like 10 Diluvians and you can just get literally any Bell you could possibly want. Pop a Centers on it and you're good. And it's insane. Like, newer players need so much hand holding. It's actually insane because it makes progression so easy that it isn't even fun. When was the last time you wanted to progress a build? No, you like testing in Diluvian or in Etheron or in Chimes or Ganks. There's no fun in progressing anymore because it's 100% isolated. Crypt of Unbroken can't be voidwalked, and everywhere else is in a dungeon. So if you get voidwalked, that is 110% on you, because there's so many ways to progress that is all PvE based. Not to mention the PvP XP is still garbage. I'm getting more XP at level 15 from fighting 2 brain suckers than fighting a max level and winning. It's insane that PvP players are getting the shaft for progression, but PvE is literally free. That's why you never see progressions anymore, because they're boring. It's just PvE for an hour or two, and then boom, you're done. And then people are complaining, wah, progression takes too long. Like, just spend some time making a build and enjoy progressing. Holy moly. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, in summary, O3 works, garbage legendary weapons, and stupid easy progression makes it just, this game's just a sandbox. And there's so many things you can do, but you'll eventually get run out. And it's kind of slowly turning into like the Minecraft 2 week phase type scenario, just, a bit longer spaced apart. And that kind of sucks because that's not what Deepwoken's supposed to be. But, you know, Conquest will turn all of this around. Trust, just trust, trust, trust.